Welcome to Roll and Review, where we talk about all things nerdy and awesome. I'm Jim.
And I'm Alex.
And we're talking The Killing Joke today.
And it's not just going to be about the graphic novel. As some of you know, recently we had a trailer drop for the animated movie coming out that's going to be The Killing Joke. So today we thought we would just talk about The Killing Joke in general. What we thought, what we liked about it, how we're excited for the upcoming animated movie, and I think it's just going to be a fun time.
Oh yeah, and with having Alex here just read it for the first time, I was like super excited with the movie coming out to hear his thoughts on the book.
And I love it, like the quote that's here on the top that Tim Burton said, "This is the first thing comics that I absolutely loved," and I have to agree. I think this is amazing. I love Batman. I love the Joker, and this was absolutely incredible.
Absolutely, it is one of the best Batman stories told.
It's dark. It's not for the faint-hearted in any means. They deal with some very graphic stuff here. It's not something that's just you give to your 10-year-old niece or nephew.
Exactly, which is why I was so happy when they announced that the movie of this, or the animated movie of this, was going to be rated R, because this isn't a story you could properly tell, even PG-13.
No, definitely not. It's very graphic, and I hope they don't use violence for the sake of violence. They use it in the regards of the novel, and I hope they don't go over the top with some of the issues that are dealt in the novel. So I want to say there's going to be spoilers in this video about. So if you haven't read The Killing Joke, I would tune out now, just because we want to talk about how they're going to go about the different things of it. And if you haven't read it, please do. It's amazing. And please come back after you read it, because I want to hear what everyone has to think, and we can talk about it.
Oh yeah, and if you're looking for it, just about every comic book shop has trades of this.
Yes.
It is just that popular. They're always in stock somewhere.
Yeah. And if not, they can order it for you really simply.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know here in my Happy Place Comics, there are like 4 trades sitting on the shelf, at all times, because that's how good of a story this is, and it does sell, especially with the movie coming out.
Okay, so first thing about the trailer I saw, I thought it was awesome. It's great to hear Mark Hamill as the Joker once again, and Kevin Conroy as Batman. So already right there, you can't lose in that combination.
Exactly, that's like the dream team of voice actors for Batman.
It's, in my opinion, the best iteration of Batman and the Joker. And
I completely agree.
You see things that look like they jumped right off the page of the novel, like him sitting up his throne in the carnival. Unfortunately, Gordon going through the rail cart.
Oh my gosh, with the cherubims around him. And
the opening scene, Batman sitting across from the fake Joker playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
So a big part of this is going to be how they're going to work the setup of the novel into the movie itself, because reading the joke, it jumps from the past to present to past to different part of the present back to the past. It can go all over the place. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it in the movie, because there's something you can do in a graphic novel that you can't just immediately translate to screen.
That's true. And the times where they've tried to do that, where it's very jumpy like that, which comics and graphic novels can do, always comes off for movie fans as just kind of everywhere and transitions. That's one thing I think that they tried doing with Batman vs Superman, which is why it was so jumpy everywhere thinking about it. And I hope they don't do that totally with this, but with the animated movies, DC has been fantastic with the animated movies. So I'm not worried about this, especially with what we've seen. I mean, just that first scene of this is only gonna end one of 2 ways. Either I kill you or you kill me. And I was like,
straight from the page. It's just absolutely straight from the page.
Oh yeah, and I mean some of the images that they showed of just random snippets of the animated movie, it was like, yep, that is a panel from the book. That's a panel from the book. That's a panel from the book. And I was like, they're doing this right. Yeah, they're doing this right.
Yeah. So what are some of the parts of the graphic novel that you like the most?
Oddly enough, it is all the terrible things that the Joker does, because it reinforces my view of the Joker, which is that
absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah, he is evil for evil's sake.
Yes.
He shoots Barbara Gordon in the back. So he shoots her, potentially does terrible things to her. I mean, they're not very they're not totally explicit with all the things
He
that
takes
happens.
pictures of her to hurt Commissioner Gordon, and whatever is left in your mind and what else he did is what happened. Because
Exactly.
God only knows what he did.
Exactly. And even though some of the things he does to Commissioner Gordon, I was like, this really shows like a Joker who is like evil for evil's sake. It's
Yes.
like that just insane Joker. He's not out to, take over the city or something. Like, he's just there to cause chaos.
To cause one bad day.
Yeah, exactly.
All it takes is one bad day. And you see why he's doing it, because you get his actual, what people would call his definitive origin. He's just some guy trying to make it work. He gets in over his head, and it all goes south really, really fast.
Oh, yeah.
He's the original Red Hood before Jason Todd.
Yep.
Gets blamed for everything, gets dropped in acid, and it's just that last straw that sends him over to be the Joker we all know.
Oh, yeah. And I love it. I also, the thing I love about this book is the ending, because it ends for you differently than someone else.
Yes. Anyone who doesn't know, you see the panels of the Joker and Batman standing next to each other. He's just laughing, and all of a sudden, the laughing stops.
How does it end for you?
What does Batman do?
I think he kills him. I think he kills the Joker. I think that is...
I disagree.
I know, and that's the beautiful thing about this book.
Yes.
Because it was written so that we can disagree and we can have our own personal endings. Yes. I mean, the writer even said he wrote it so that it ends... You choose the ending. Yes. How do you think it ends? And he even said when reading it, some days he says, yeah, that he killed the Joker. Other days he says, no, he didn't kill the Joker.
And the reason why I say he does is because they use Killing Joke in canon. Oracle exists, and she's in a wheelchair. And how she get it? They always say the Joker caused it. So how I see it is the events of Killing Joke actually happened. So that means, obviously, Joker's still around, so Batman didn't kill him.
Oh, yeah. And with Oracle existing and all that, like, that could happen in the world, and very similarly,
but
in
to
different
any
universes.
reasonable person, it would assume that this event triggered the other events to make it happen.
But just reading this story alone, without taking into account the greater universe, I'm like, no, at the end of this, he kills her, or not, he kills her. No, now we're on. No, my brain's on Oracle. Batman kills Joker.
Oracle's amazing.
Oracle is amazing. But reading this story alone, just taking this story as its own thing, I'm like, at the end of that, oh no, Batman kills him. Batman totally kills him.
And I do kind of like how in the Arkhamverse they allude to Killing Joke a lot. One with the delusion that Batman sees of Joker doing this to Barbara as a complete homage to the Killing Joke. In, I believe it's Arkham City, when you're listening to Radio Files and Hugo Strange is interrogating Joker, he basically tells him his origin is Red Hood. And Hugo Strange brushes off as like, I can't trust you, you're nuts. So he basically tells him his actual origin is according to the Killing Joke, and Hugo Strange just brushes it off because he thinks he's a nut.
Oh, yeah. And, like you said, in Arkham Knight, you see kind of, flashback delusion-y, where, shoots, Flower shoots her and, walks in, and she's, trying to crawl away.
Complete with the Hawaiian jacket and the camera. It's just there's no Gordon there to kidnap. It's just he wanted to shoot her for being Gordon's daughter.
Exactly. And then, of course, you hear, Joker just being like, I didn't even know she was working with you. What a happy accident.
Win-win, not my part.
Exactly. This book, it's so good.
Yes, it is.
I can't even just say enough good things about it. Gosh.
And I'm wondering how long the movie's going to be, because it obviously is a graphic novel, so you're just getting stills, and they're going to have to make it fluid from thing to thing. And I'm wondering if that's going to be the actual, the length that they're going to need to make the movie, or if they're going to have to add a couple things just to make an actual runtime.
Yeah, see, and that's the interesting thing about comics is, one thing I was told by a writer was that each panel of a comic is essentially an entire paragraph of a story in one panel. So if you break it down to actually saying the dialogue, because a lot of the times the dialogue has 5 bubbles, 6 bubbles in one panel, having that, that all takes time. And,
yes.
I think just sticking to the source material alone, I think they can make a really nice length, deep, like good movie without having to add too much more.
I think if anything, there might be a little additional dialogue, just letting Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill do their thing.
Sure.
Just to make it feel natural and to let them add their own little spin to everything, because they are actors and all actors want to be able to do their own thing while being very respectful to the source material. I think they might give a little bit on that, so it's not going to be a frame for frame adaptation of it.
Oh, of course.
Because you can do that, like in Zack Snyder's 300. He did a shot for shot of it, which can be good, but I feel like they're not going to go that route with this.
No, I think they'll definitely let the actors act the parts, and let them have some, let Mark Hamill be the Joker, and just kind of be very Jokery. And because even on the spot during interviews, they're like, "Hey, do this in the Joker's voice," and Mark Hamill just like go off and be the Joker, and you're like, "Yep, that's the Joker."
My personal favorite is be the Darth Vader in the Joker's voice, telling Luke he's his father.
Can you have Joker tell Luke that he's his father?
Get used to it, kiddo.
No. But yeah, especially like you only have so much room in the comics to do the dialogue. You only have so many panels. So I think there's plenty of room to do basically a frame for frame of the movie, but still be able to expand the dialogue more, expand scenes more, because you don't have to take these quick snapshots. You can let the whole thing work itself out. I can feel
the tension in the beginning when he's taking the park from the real estate agent or whoever's showing it to him. Just the dialogue. I feel like that's going to be something out of a Tarantino movie, because just it's all dialogue back and forth, and I feel like that's what that scene's going to be, and it's going to be kind of incredible.
Oh, it is. I know in previous videos I've said, like, I don't trust DC. DC has to earn my trust back.
Well, this isn't the DC Extended Universe.
I was just going to say, animated movies and seeing this, I'm excited for this. They have never done me wrong in animated movies. They're going to do this right. They're going to do justice.
I trust DC in anything that's not a live action movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's the only thing that I'm kind of.
Well, the comics right now I'm a little iffy about, because Rebirth could be really good, but if it starts to flop, then we're stuck with it for 2 years because they have nothing else to go with. So that I'm a little nervous about, but I'm also excited to be able to get some number ones and dive deeper into some of the characters I haven't been able to read in a while. So.
Agreed. All right, guys. Have you guys seen that trailer? Tell us what you guys think about it, so we can have a good conversation in the comments below.
Absolutely. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe. We really appreciate all of our subscribers and all of you who watch our videos, so thank you.
And we're sorry for the break. I kind of really busy with school, so we're going to be getting some more videos out there real soon.
Absolutely. And please bear with us as we go through all these changes that we're doing with different video links and how things are run. This is our first few months of going. We're trying to find what fits well for you guys and for us, and so we can give you guys the best content.
And any suggestions on video lengths or things you guys want to hear, let us know in the comments or give us a message.
Thanks for coming.